In the heart of the countryside, hidden among the rolling hills and mist-covered forests, stood an imposing structure known as Hollowbrook Asylum. It had once been a sanctuary for the mentally ill, but over time, it had gained a reputation as a place of unspeakable horrors. Rainy nights only intensified the chilling atmosphere that clung to the decaying walls of the asylum, casting a veil of darkness over its grim history. One stormy evening, a group of paranormal investigators, led by the renowned Dr. Jonathan Hartley, arrived at Hollowbrook Asylum. Determined to unravel the mysteries that had plagued the abandoned institution for decades, they braved the relentless rain and ventured into its haunted halls. As they stepped through the asylum's rusted gates, an ominous silence descended, broken only by the echoes of raindrops on cracked concrete. The air was heavy with a sense of foreboding, as if the very building itself held its breath, waiting to reveal its secrets. The team began their exploration in the asylum's main entrance, where faded portraits of forgotten patients lined the walls. The eyes in the portraits seemed to follow their every move, filled with anguish and sorrow. A chill crept up their spines, and they pressed on, their determination overriding the unease that threatened to consume them. As they delved deeper into the asylum, they encountered evidence of the inhumane practices that had occurred within its walls. Torturous devices, long abandoned, lay scattered throughout the decaying rooms. Blood-stained stains marred the floors, testaments to the tormented souls who had once dwelled here. In one particularly eerie wing, the investigators stumbled upon a forgotten diary. Its pages revealed the harrowing account of a former nurse, Elizabeth Collins, who had witnessed unspeakable acts of cruelty inflicted upon the patients. Driven to the brink of madness, she had vowed to protect their spirits from eternal suffering, even in death. As the team read Elizabeth's desperate pleas for redemption, a sense of unease settled upon them. Unseen forces seemed to encircle them, whispering chilling secrets and unsettling their minds. The rain outside intensified, its rhythmic patter punctuating the growing tension within the asylum's walls. In their search for answers, the investigators encountered spectral manifestations, apparitions of the tortured patients who still wandered the halls, their faces etched with agony and despair. Ghostly screams pierced the air, intermingling with the howling wind outside, as if the very fabric of the asylum resonated with their pain. Driven by a sense of duty, Dr. Hartley and his team pushed forward, determined to confront the malevolent force that held the spirits captive. They learned of a hidden chamber deep within the asylum, an altar where sinister rituals had taken place, binding the souls of the tormented patients to their eternal suffering. Armed with ancient incantations and protective talismans, the investigators made their way to the chamber, their hearts pounding with a mixture of trepidation and resolve. The rain outside unleashed its fury, thunder shaking the very foundations of Hollowbrook Asylum. Within the chamber, they found themselves face to face with a powerful malevolent entity, a manifestation of the asylum's dark past. The entity, fueled by the pain and anguish it had inflicted upon the patients, lashed out at the investigators with a ferocity that threatened to consume them. But they stood united, their collective will unwavering. Dr. Hartley invoked the ancient incantations, his voice a beacon of defiance against the darkness. The investigators formed a protective circle, their talismans glowing with ethereal light, as they channeled their energy to break the entity's hold on the trapped souls. In a climactic battle between light and darkness, the investigators fought with every fiber of their beings. The chamber trembled, cracked spider webbing across the walls as the entity's power waned. And then, in a blinding burst of light, the entity was vanquished, its malevolence dissipating into the rain-soaked air. Silence settled upon Hollowbrook Asylum, broken only by the soft pitter-patter of raindrops on shattered glass. The investigators, weary but triumphant, emerged from the asylum, their mission accomplished. The trapped souls had been freed, their cries of anguish replaced by a profound stillness. News of their harrowing ordeal spread throughout the town, rekindling interest in the asylum's dark history. Hollowbrook Asylum, now a symbol of resilience and the triumph of good over evil, was transformed into a memorial for the souls who had suffered within its walls. Yet, on rainy nights, when the wind whispered through the trees and the rain tapped against the roof, a faint echo of the asylum's haunting past could still be heard, a reminder that some horrors never truly fade away. And those who dared venture near Hollowbrook Asylum would forever be cautious, for the spirits of the tormented patients continued to wander, seeking solace and redemption in this stormy night.
If you like stories like this, please like and subscribe, or you will become a victim in one of my nightmare stories.
Years passed, and Hollowbrook Asylum stood as a somber testament to the horrors that had unfolded within its walls. The town had grown accustomed to the eerie presence of the abandoned institution, its grim history woven into the fabric of their lives. Yet, there were those who could not resist the allure of the asylum's haunting mysteries. A group of urban explorers, drawn to the asylum's infamous reputation, braved the rain-soaked night and ventured into Hollowbrook's decaying corridors. Armed with flashlights and a mix of trepidation and fascination, they sought to uncover the lingering secrets that lay hidden within the asylum's depths. As they stepped into the asylum's main hall, shadows danced upon the walls, casting sinister silhouettes that seemed to taunt their intrusion. The rain tapped against the broken windows, a dissonant melody accompanying their exploration. The air was heavy with anticipation, as if the spirits of the damned were silently observing their every move. As the urban explorers pressed further into the asylum, they discovered rooms that had been untouched for decades. Beds, stripped of their linens, lay in disarray, a ghostly reminder of the patients who had once occupied them. Graffiti-covered walls revealed the presence of previous visitors, their own tales of fear and fascination etched in spray paint. In one wing, they stumbled upon a room that sent shivers down their spines, a room adorned with crude symbols and macabre drawings. The atmosphere grew palpable, electric with an otherworldly energy. Unbeknownst to the explorers, they had stumbled upon the very chamber where the malevolent entity had been vanquished years ago. As they delved deeper into the chamber, their flashlights flickered, casting eerie shadows that seemed to move of their own accord. Whispers echoed in their ears, unintelligible yet laden with a profound sense of despair. The rain outside grew heavier, drumming against the asylum's roof with increasing intensity. In the midst of their exploration, one of the explorers, a young woman named Mia, found herself inexplicably drawn to a hidden door obscured by debris. A voice, soft yet insistent, seemed to beckon her closer, whispering secrets only she could hear. Driven by a mix of curiosity and a growing connection to the asylum's history, Mia pushed aside the obstacles and stepped into the unknown. As Mia crossed the threshold, a surge of energy coursed through her, connecting her to the spirits that lingered within Hollowbrook Asylum. Visions flooded her mind, glimpses of the past, the pain and suffering endured by those trapped within the asylum's grasp. She understood that the spirits sought closure, their tormented souls longing for release. With newfound determination, Mia shared her visions and insights with the rest of the group. They realized that their purpose extended beyond mere exploration. They were conduits for the spirits' redemption. United by a shared mission, they embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind the asylum's dark past and provide closure for the lingering spirits. Through extensive research and exploration, the group uncovered forgotten records and personal accounts, piecing together the fragmented history of Hollowbrook Asylum. They learned of the atrocities committed by the asylum's staff, the depths of human cruelty that had scarred the institution. Armed with this knowledge, the explorers devised a plan and elaborate ritual that would allow the spirits to find peace. With hearts filled with empathy and reverence, they returned to the hidden chamber, the very epicenter of the asylum's darkness. As rain poured outside, they gathered in a circle, candles flickering in the gloom. The explorers recited ancient incantations, their voices intertwined with the echoes of the damned. The chamber trembled, a tempest of energy swirling around them, as the spirits responded to their plea for redemption. In a cathartic climax, the malevolent entity that had once plagued Hollowbrook Asylum materialized before them. Its visage twisted with anguish, it recognized the explorers' intentions, understanding that they were not there to perpetuate its suffering, but to offer solace. With a burst of ethereal light, the entity dissipated, its malevolence dissolving into the air. The asylum's atmosphere shifted, as if a weight had been lifted from its crumbling structure. The spirits of the damned, freed from their eternal torment, dissipated into the night, their cries of anguish replaced by a profound stillness. Hollowbrook Asylum, once a haven for despair, now stood as a monument to the power of compassion in the pursuit of redemption. The town, forever changed by the explorers' bravery and empathy, embraced the asylum's newfound tranquility. The building, no longer abandoned and forgotten, became a symbol of resilience and the potential for healing. However, on rainy nights, when the wind howled through the trees and the rain tapped against the asylum's windows, whispers could still be heard. There were whispers of gratitude, of remembrance, carrying the echoes of the spirits who had found release. And those who ventured near Hollowbrook Asylum would forever feel a sense of awe, knowing that the darkness had been conquered and the rain-washed halls were finally at peace.